Krakow, Wrocław. It's almost like someone randomly pressed their keyboards. Look a little scary, but really they aren't. An animal that likes it here in particular is bison. And here are more than 2,000 lakes. I'm Camilla, I make videos on countries in the world going alphabetically. And today we're zooming in on Poland. It's time to polish our passports, because we're going to Poland. I always seek to find the most correct information, so you're welcome to let me know if there are any mistakes. Let's go into Poland. Poland lies in Central Europe, bordering a total of 7 countries. Lithuania in the north, Belarus and Ukraine in the east, Slovakia and Czechia in the south, Germany to the west, and don't forget about this little Russian exclave, Kaliningrad, where the border lies on this narrow strip of land enclosing the Vistula Lagoon or Zalew Wisłany. To the north lies the Baltic Sea, and you can take a ferry from Swinoujście to Sweden, and the Danish island Bornholm lies pretty close. Some notable islands in Poland are Usedom, it's probably not pronounced like that, shared with Germany. This is where the town Swinoujście lies, and the island right next to it is called Wolin, where you can find the Wolin National Park. Other than that, the Polish coastline is pretty smooth, with some lagoons here, and this real narrow peninsula in the Gulf of Gdansk. The northernmost point lies here, on this beach, Plaza Jastrzębia Góra. I don't speak Polish, but I'm trying to pronounce these words. The easternmost point lies right here on the border with Ukraine. This is the easternmost point of Poland in Polish. This place has 4.5 stars. The southernmost point also lies on the border with Ukraine, in the Wołosaty Ridge. And the westernmost point lies here, touching Germany at the Oder River, close to this shopping area. Maybe Germans come here to buy stuff. Poland is among the bigger countries in Europe and comes on number 69 in area of all countries in the world, about the same size as Oman. With 38 million inhabitants, it is the 5th most populous EU member state and actually comes on number 38 in population, almost the same amount of people as the much bigger country Canada. The population density becomes 319 people per square kilometers. That's actually a lot, 319 people for every square kilometers, making Poland come on number 33 in population density. Life expectancy has improved in Poland, like other countries in the world, from 67.3 years in 1960 to 78.7 years in 2019. Poland has plenty of big cities, like Łódź, Krakow, Wrocław, and Poznan, but the biggest city and capital city is Warsaw, or Warszawa in Polish. Yes, the official language is Polish. Polish uses the Latin alphabet, but like other Slavic languages, Polish uses a lot of consonants. It's almost like someone randomly pressed their keyboards, so some words can, to a foreign eye, look a little scary, but really they aren't. Like hello is cześć, and thanks is dzięki. And as you heard the city Łódź, this L with a line is pronounced like a W. Poland in Polish is Polska, and Poland derives from the name Poloni, which can mean fields. Yeah, so let's take a look at those fields. And let's start with the capital city. Okay, so Warsaw lies here in the center of the country. Let's see what we have here. I have never been here before, so this is exciting. I see here a palace, Pałac Kultury I Nauki, Palace of Culture and Science. Well, that looks like a big building. We have this museum, Frederick Chopin Museum. What is this? Warsaw Uprising Museum. Memorial and Replica Bomber. Kebab King, Maka I Woda. Wait, does woda mean water? Yeah, means water. I remember a little bit of Polish from when I went there. Bubble tea, Rajwnibi, a wine restaurant. Huh, would you look at that? Oh, look at this. See, this is a fun way of seeing a city. Novotel. Is that a hotel? And look at that big roundabout with a train going here. Oh, and here we have H&M, CNA. Good to know. Big mall. At least it looks like a mall. And then here we have this big palace. This is a big building. I didn't realize Warsaw had many big buildings and skyscrapers. I didn't know that. All right, let's see if we can see the city. Maybe from the river. Oh wow, would you look at that? Lots of people hanging out here. Is this a beach? start here. Yeah, people are relaxing. Trying not to show a lot of people because might not be wearing a lot of clothes. It's a big bridge here. It's a sunny day. Lots of people here. I'm impressed. I did not know that Warsaw had a beach along the river. Poniatowka. And you can play volleyball here even. Fun! Okay, it's fun to see what Warsaw looks like. Of course, I only saw a little bit. Yes, and I also want to go to the south because I know in the south there are mountains. I see this lake here. It's a cool lake. Dark blue lake and green mountains and forests. Looks pretty good. Here you can stay at a 3-star hotel. Here we have a beach, I think. Plaza Wojskowego Zespołu Wypoczynkowego Jabor. Yes, here is a little island. Look, there are lots of boats around here. People are swimming. That looks like fun. Oh, and there are pictures here too. Let's check it out. Yes, big beach. Here is the island. Some trees. Yeah, look, people have small little boats and sailboats. There's lots to do in Poland. You can go to the south, to the mountains, and then go to this lake. But I came to the south to see some mountains. Yeah, let's just go here. This is where the action happens. Look at this. It's so fun to see the mountains here. Here, it looks like a path is going up this mountaintop. You can walk here and there. And then here's the summit. On the border with Slovakia. Must be fun too, just walking on the border. Going from summit to other summits. Just imagine walking here. Climbing the mountains. And then maybe going up here and you can get this spectacular view. There are some lakes down here. The Rock. Kamiszczyk. Let's check this place out. Yes, there is snow here. We have some grass on the mountains and rocks. Some grasses. And look at those tall mountain peaks and the lakes here. This could be Norway. Yeah, but it's Poland. Here is Poland's topography map. Poland is mainly low-lying. The average elevation is about 170 meters and 3% of Poland lies above 500 meters in elevation. You can see where that is. Yes, the south. But even though Poland is mostly flat, it is not boring. It's actually pretty diverse. Poland has lakes, rivers, hills, beaches, forests, and mountains. We can divide Poland in 3, so let's start with the first. And also largest one of the zones, the Central Lowlands or Polish Plain. This is all the dark green on the topography map, and it is a part of the East European Plain that I covered in a Russia video. The land here is pretty flat, and here is where you can find some of Poland's main rivers, like the Oder in the west, and the Vistula, the country's longest river, which streams from the mountains in the south, streaming north, emptying out into the Baltic Sea close to Gdansk. This area, a little east of Gdansk, is the most low-lying land in Poland. Some actually lies below sea level. The northern part of Poland is dotted by small lakes. We can see it on the map. There are many lakes in northern Poland, especially in the east. This is called the Masurian Lake District. And here are more than 2,000 lakes. It's this lake that wins the title of Poland's largest lake, Śniardwy. This is a glacial lake, once formed by a glacier. You can go swimming here. Another great place for swimming is the very northernmost point of Poland. Yes, the coast. Here are sandy beaches. I'm following the coastline here, and this all looks like great places for a swim. Poland has a long coastline with beaches. The second topographic zone in Poland is the Lesser Poland Uplands, or Małopolska Uplands. They lie south of the Polish Plain, and they consist of the gentle hills right here. The average elevation is between 200 and 400 meters above sea level. The highest point actually rises to over 600 meters. The mountain is called Łyżwica. As you can see, this mountain is forested. But let's see some real mountains. In the third topographic zone, they are namely the mountains, found on 2 places on the southern border, one with Czechia. This is called the Sudetes, shared with Czechia, Poland, and Germany. This is what it looks like in Poland. Elevations rise to 1600 meters. The other one is the Carpathian Mountains. I just covered the Carpathian Mountains in a Romania video, earlier also in Slovakia, because this mountain range stretches over 9 countries in Europe and is the northern tip that crosses into Poland. Here is where you can find Poland's tallest mountain, Mount Rysy, with an elevation of 2,499 meters or 8,199 feet. This is a real mountain, really tall, and there are other steep summits nearby. These Carpathian Mountains are spectacular. It's opposite side time. Okay, I measured 20,000 kilometers from the capital city Warsaw, move it around the globe. We land pretty close to New Zealand. Okay, not pretty close, pretty far away really, but the closest land is Pitt Island, part of New Zealand. I actually visited Poland when I was 15. It was on a school trip and we visited concentration camps in Poland and Germany. One of them was the Auschwitz concentration camp. I hope you have heard of it. I think everyone should know what happened here during World War II. Visiting here gave me a whole other perspective than from just learning it at school. Close lies the beautiful city Krakow. This is what it looks like, with a large plaza and St. Mary's Basilica. And over here lies this medieval castle complex. This is a really fun city to visit. The next destination I have for you is, of course, in nature. I love nature. It's the Białowieża forest. What is special about this forest is that it's one of the last and largest remaining parts of a huge primary forest, a really old forest that used to lie in Europe. Big parts are gone now due to, well, people, but there's still a part left here in this UNESCO World Heritage Site here in Poland. An animal that likes it here in particular is bison. Here are 800 European bison, the largest bison population in Europe. You can experience this forest by hiking or riding your bike here. Just take good care of this forest. The next destination lies in the Sudic, the mountain range on the border with Czechia. Actually, this destination only lies meters away from Czechia. This is called Błędne Skały. They are rock formations that have naturally created a labyrinth. There is a trail you can follow here through the rocks. Some places are a little narrow, and at other places the trail takes you to beautiful viewpoints, like here. Poland has so much more to offer. You are welcome to comment down below your favorite destination in Poland, or you can tell me which place you would like to visit. Poland is a fun country with cute old cities, really old forests, tall mountains you can hike on, and also beaches if you would like to relax. These were some geographical facts on Poland. Next time we're gonna go to the Philippines. And we're zooming out. Thank you for watching, guys.